Welcome to Nectar of the Desert, Water Conservation and Management in Rajasthan. Today, we are exploring a fascinating journey from crisis to conservation. We will witness the unique confluence of traditional, centuries-old knowledge and cutting-edge modern technology that sustains life in one of India's most arid regions. To understand the solutions, we must first look at the grave crisis facing Rajasthan's groundwater. According to the 2023 Groundwater Resource Assessment, out of 302 total areas, the reality is stark: 216 areas are overexploited, meaning extraction is over 100%. 23 areas are in critical condition, with 90 to 100% exploitation. Only 38 areas remain safe. 3 areas are classified as saline. The most important fact to remember is that more than 70% of groundwater areas in the state are overexploited, making water conservation an absolute necessity. How does a desert state prioritize its most precious resource? The State Water Policy, implemented on February 18, 2010, outlines a clear philosophy. It establishes that the absolute first right to water is to quench thirst, followed by economic activities. The hierarchy is as follows: highest priority, human drinking water, recognized as the very first necessity of life. Second priority, livestock drinking water, which forms the foundation of the desert economy. Third priority, domestic use, ensuring hygiene and a standard of living. Fourth priority, agriculture, for irrigation and food security. To secure this resource, Rajasthan walks two distinct paths of conservation: heritage and science. Traditional water management, this has been the basis of life in the desert since ancient times. It includes structures like the Nadi, Toba, Bauri, Jhalra, Khadin, Beri, Tanka, Johar, and Talab. Modern water management, this focuses on the maximum utilization of water through technology and engineering, featuring dams, canals, and micro-irrigation systems like drip and sprinkler networks. Let's dive into the traditional surface water harvesting structures that act as the natural and artificial reservoirs of the desert. Nadi, first constructed around 1520 AD in western Rajasthan. These are used for rainwater harvesting. Toba, similar to a nadi, but dug deeper to store water in desert areas. Johar, found prominently in the Shekhawati region, these utilize a sloping natural water catchment area to increase groundwater levels. This method is famously championed by Rajendra Singh, known as the Waterman of India. Talab, pond, ranging from 1 square meter to 2 hectares. These are heavily concentrated in Bhilwara and Pali, holding water for at least 4 months to aid in irrigation. Beyond utility, traditional conservation often merged with architectural brilliance. Stepwells, or bavdis, are circular, artistic stepped wells. Bundi is famously known as the city of stepwells. Key historic examples include Chand Bavdi in Abhaneri, the 9-story stepwell in Nimrana, Nawalkha Bavdi in Dungarpur, and Rani Ji Ki Bauri in Bundi. Alongside these are jhalras, rectangular reservoirs that receive water from the seepage of lakes or tanks, primarily used for religious rituals and bathing, with Tauji Ka Jhalra in Jodhpur being a prime example. Ingenious underground structures form the backbone of desert engineering. Tanka or Kund, a covered structure built in homes or public spaces to collect pala pani, or pure rainwater, serving as a main drinking water source. Beri or Kui, small, shallow pits dug near ponds in western Rajasthan areas like Jaisalmer and Bikaner to harvest water through seepage. Khadan, temporary lakes originally developed by the Paliwal Brahmins of Jaisalmer, which leave behind moist land perfect for agriculture when they dry up. Rajasthan also prioritizes the preservation of its larger water bodies. Under the National Lake Conservation Plan of 2001, funding is shared between the central government at 60% and the state government at 40%. Protected ecological gems include Fateh Sagar and Pichola in Udaipur, rightly called the City of Lakes. The plan also protects Anna Sagar and Pushkar in Ajmer, Nakki Lake in Siroi, and Man Sagar in Jaipur. Shifting to modern science, mega infrastructures play a crucial role. Massive dams and barrages have been constructed to impound waste-flowing water for irrigation, drinking, and hydroelectric power. To distribute this water, extensive canal networks transport it from rivers to distant arid regions. A remarkable fact is that Sri Ganganagar district now boasts the densest network of canals for irrigation in the state. Because agriculture consumes vast amounts of water, efficiency is paramount. Rajasthan is transitioning from traditional flood irrigation to advanced micro-irrigation technologies, specifically drip and sprinkler systems adopted from Israel. This ensures maximum utilization of every drop. In fact, micro-irrigation has been made completely mandatory in the Narmada Canal region. The positive impact is undeniable. It prevents waterlogging and salinity while achieving higher agricultural production with far less water. None of this works without public participation and strong policy. The timeline of water self-reliance shows incredible evolution. It started with the Swajal Dhara scheme in 2002, a central government initiative for rural drinking water. On January 27, 2016, the Chief Minister's Water Self-Reliance Scheme launched from Gardadi Kheri in Jalawar, developing ponds, wells, and pastures across 4 phases. August 20, 2019 saw the Rajiv Gandhi Water Conservation Scheme focus on rainwater harvesting and expanding agricultural land. Currently, the Water Self-Reliance Campaign 2.0, 2024-25, aims to construct 5 lakh water conservation structures across 20,000 villages over 4 years, backed by a staggering 11,200 crore budget. At the national level, 2 major missions are laying the foundation for the future. First is the Jal Jeevan Mission, also known as Har Ghar Jal, funded equally by the center and the state. Started on August 15, 2019, it aims to provide 55 liters of water per person, with the ultimate goal of a tap connection in every rural home by 2028. Second is the Atal Bhujal Yojana, funded equally by the Government of India and the World Bank. Running from 2020 to 2025, it covers 38 Panchayat Samitis across 16 districts in Rajasthan to arrest falling groundwater levels through direct community participation. The core essence of Rajasthan's strategy is synergy. It requires ancestral wisdom to respect the geography and ecology through structures like the Bavdi and Khadan. It requires institutional and community participation, handing leadership back to the people. And it requires modern technology, maximizing efficiency through Israeli drip irrigation and canal networks. The continuity of life in the desert is not possible solely through government machinery. It is the direct result of the coexistence of generational knowledge and modern science. As we look to the future, water conservation is globally recognized. Rooted legally in the Water Act of 1974, these efforts tie into World Water Day, celebrated on March 22. With the 2025 theme being Glacier Preservation, we are reminded that everything is connected. Rajasthan's water management is no longer just a state strategy, it stands as a living example for the whole world on how to tackle climate change and the global water crisis. Because ultimately, water conservation is life conservation. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment if you enjoyed this quick revision.